Good morning everyone. Myself is Kulsum Fatima, English teacher of grade 3. I am going to teach English grammar. So, in grammar portion, we are dealing with the topic sentences. As we have earlier discussed about the definition of sentences, about different types of sentences. So, today we will discuss about different parts of sentence. And in sentence has two different parts: subject and the predicate. Now let's learn what is subject and what is predicate. To understand this, we will learn through the example. Let's take the example. I have taken one example here, that is, the cow is eating grass. In this example, as I have taken this as the cow is eating grass, let's to understand the subject and the predicate, let's divide this example in two parts. First, cow. The cow and other is eating grass. But before going to that, when we look at this example, we find this statement, we find that the cow is eating grass. According to the definition, as it is said, that sentence is a group of words which give us complete sense or meaning. So when we look at this sentence as at this example, we find that this sentence is a group of words, and it also gives a complete sense and meaning when we arrange these groups in proper way. So now that here when we read the sentence, we find the cow is eating grass. So now let's divide the cow is eating grass in two parts. One portion we take as the cow and other is eating grass. So when we take the cow, this portion, first portion, we call it as a subject. Why we call it as a subject? Because here, if we read this statement again, we find the cow is eating grass. We find that in this statement, we are talking about a cow. We are talking about a cow. So if in any sentence, when we are talking about any person, place, thing, or anything, that portion is called the subject. And let's focus on the other part, is eating grass. If we read this statement, that is called a predicate. Why it is called a predicate? Because it tells something more about the subject. Means this predicate portion, it gives us something more information, more knowledge about our subject. So when we go through this, we find that subject is about any person, place, thing, and the portion which gives us more information, more knowledge about that subject, that is called predicate. So we will learn this through more example. Tomorrow we will have our we will learn. I will clear this more in the next class with other examples also. That's all. Thank you. Good morning everyone. This is Kulsum Fatima, English teacher of grade 3. So in our last class, we are doing the topic subject and predicate. As I have already explained you this through many of the examples. So now today, let me tell you the definition of subject and predicate. So this is more clear to you all. So as I told you, as we have seen in the last batch, that two parts of sentence, subject and predicate. So it is said that subject can be divided into two parts, subject and predicate. So what is subject? I also asked this question. Now let's see. According to definition, the part of a sentence that speaks about somebody or something is called a subject. In a sentence, whenever we speak about anything, about a person, place, animal, thing, it is called a subject. and subject can be considered as a name of any person, place, animal, things about which we are talking in a sentence. So subject is clear to you. Now come to the definition of predicate. The predicate refers to the part which tell us something more about subject. As I told you with the example that in predicate we can get more information about our subject, that what our subject is doing, what other knowledge we are getting from about our subject. So, and mostly the predicate contain the verb. Verb means the action, what our subject is doing, what he. Suppose if I take I am reading, so I here is regarded as a subject because I'm talking about person, and reading is our verb. So verb, it is our predicate. I hope it is clear. Definition is clear to you all. So I will tell some more important information about subject and predicate in the next class. Thank you. Good morning everyone. This is Kulsum Fatima, English teacher of grade 3. In my last video, I told you that I will give some more information about the topic, subject and predicate. So here it is. You just try to understand what I am going to tell you in this topic. Usually we have already done lot of example. So we always find that the subject usually comes before. Here I have written before. Yes, we know that the subject usually comes before the predicate in a sentence. Suppose take example, whenever we take any sentence, we find that example, Rima is a good girl. Here, if we take this as example, we find that subject always come before the predicate. Here, she is a subject, so she is coming before. We find that in most of the statements, always subject come before the predicate. But in some cases, the order of the words may be changed. Yes, this is right. Means in some of the cases, in some of the statements, we find that the order means that subject and the predicate, the position of subject and predicate may be changed. As for your convenience, I have given one example, that let's take what frightened John. Yes, this is example, what frightened John. Means it is saying that what I told you about the subject definition, that subject we talk about person, place, animal. We are talking about some person, some place, animal or a thing. So if you look at this example, if this is sentence, you find what are the things about which it is talking. It is talking about what frightened John. Means here our subject is John, because we are talking about John here, so it is our subject. As we have seen that this is what I am going to trying to explain you, that this our subject comes. Have you seen the position of the subject and predicate vary, change? And what frightened means, frightened here the action of verb which is taking place. Means what frightened John. John is our subject because we are talking about John in this statement. And what frightened means what action of work is going on. It is going on that frightened. So it is considered as our predicate. So in this way, sometimes the arrangement of the subject and the predicate in a sentence may be changed depending on what is being said and how it is being said. Means what is being said and how it is being said, depending on the situation of the statement, the position of subject and the predicate sometimes change in a sentence. I hope you all will get what I'm trying to explain you. For further clarification, I will give you some assignment and the exercise to complete so that you will be able to understand the things more clearly. So see you in the next class. That's all. Good morning everyone. This is Kulsum Fatima, English teacher of grade 3. As we all have already completed the topic, subject and predicate, I have already explained you the definition, the content with example, including with the some important and basic point which you have to remember. So today in this video I am showing you some of the books, some of the exercises from a book, and I'm showing this exercises because so that you can do the practice of the content of the topic, subject, predicate at home for better understanding. So I am giving you this exercise 1. What you have to do in this, that you have to circle the subject and you have to underline the predicate. In this question you have to circle the subject and underline the predicate. Okay, you will do this in the practice. You have to practice this at home so that you can get better understanding. And in question second, it is that you have to write there is a word in the box. You have to write the sentence of your own choice. And let me show you this question. Half portion of this question is here. These are the pictures. So you have to do the same thing. You have to do the same thing. I'm showing you these exercises so that you can practice at home, and the same type of question I will also give you in your weekly homework, which I will give in the coming week, so that you can do all the works, and along with that homework you have to do practice of these questions also. These are so that you can read out the sentences with examples, so you can get the things which I taught you, and with that you can practice the exercise which is given in this book. So I hope you all till now you all get to know what is subject, what is predicate. So in our next video, in our next class, we will do another topic. So till then you have to do practice of the topic which you have learned, whatever the things you have learned. See you in the next class, next video.